Sagittarius, hey, how are you? Thanks so much for watching. This is going to be your read for the first half of November of 2018. So this is roughly going to cover the 1st to the 15th of November. Now, let's shuffle your cards and see what energy is out there for Sagittarius. What does Sagittarius need to know? Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising. What energies is out there for Sagittarius? Please let us know. All right, Sagittarius. Oh, we got a jumper. We got two jumpers. So we got opportunities that are coming that you might not know everything about, Sagittarius. I'm just saying. So we'll see how that plays out in your reading. But just as for what the jumpers say, there may be some opportunities that that you want to say yes to, but you just don't have all the facts yet. So let's see here. All right. Right there. All right, Sagittarius, thanks for being very patient with me. Again, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising. If it doesn't resonate for you, then please watch your Moon or your Rising sign for where you may receive some clarification, if not just more useful information. All right. So, beginning in the deck, we have, or the reading, we have the Nine of Pentacles. So, all right, Sagittarius. So this is pretty stable energy here. So this is saying that for a lot of you, this November moving into it, you are, for the most part, like on stable ground. You know, it is the 9, it's not the 10. So, I mean, yeah, things aren't necessarily perfect, or there may be opportunities for you to, you know, seek growth. However, Sagittarius, for the most part, a lot of you are just really, really like independently secure. You're financially secure, or, you know, even if, you know, it's not, even if you don't have a lot of money in your pockets right now, I feel like for a lot of you, you know, the bills are paid, or, you know, there's just a sense of comfortability in knowing that everything is all right, that you got it, that you have control over it. So that's a really beautiful energy to be in. You've definitely worked hard to get to where you're at right now, and you've done it on your own, Sagittarius. And, you know, maybe it wasn't completely on your own, but it was, you know, your ideals, your values that, you know, that you applied, that allowed you to get to where you're at right now. So that's really good. Now we got the Nine of Cups. So we got two nines popping up in here. We got the Nine of Cups and the Nine of Pentacles. So Sagittarius, yeah, like, your guys, I really feel like you're really confident, which is, I mean, I guess it would make sense as to why you would be. I mean, because your solar return is coming up next. We're in Scorpio season right now, but your solar return is next. So next up would be Sagittarius. So for some of you, yeah, you know, and that does explain the nines, because the nines does mean that you're reaching the end of something here. And for a lot of you guys, yeah, you're reaching the end of your solar year. So you know, you're reaching the end of your solar year, about to go into the new solar year. So what this is saying is that for you, a lot of you are really being called to just take a look at what you've already built up for yourself, you know, emotionally, financially, and you're really just like, for me, I feel like it's like a lot of you are just really taking account of where you're at right now, what you've had to do to build yourself up to this point. And you're loving it, because, you know, it's what you ultimately wanted, which was to be, you know, for a lot of you, just completely independent. With the Nine of Cups and the Nine of Pentacles, I'm getting that. Definitely getting that here. So we do have the Five of Pentacles here, Sagittarius. So for a lot of you, Sagittarius, I'm really just feeling like this can speak to maybe, for some of you, certain things that you may be, I'm feeling like there's things that you're neglecting here. whether it's on purpose or not, you know. But I really feel like, you know, the reason why it's being neglected, a lot of you Sagittarius are just, again, you are so, you know, high up on a pedestal that you really just don't understand the things that you have neglected to get to that point. And I don't mean that in an offensive way. It's just sometimes, you know, when we're working hard and we're trying to build ourselves up, we don't really realize the way that we affect other situations until we actually get to a point to look back. For some of you Sagittarius, I just don't really feel like you've looked back at that point. For some of you, I really feel like you have looked back and you have said, okay, I realize that there's some things that I've really neglected, whether that's about yourself here or whether that's with just other people or other situations around you that you've had to neglect to really, concentrate more so on yourself here. But at any rate, I just really feel like, yeah, there's just going to be that moment of you just really having to really take into account of the things that you've had to put aside. For some of you, you may be going back to the things that you have put aside to now build that up. And so that's good as well, Sagittarius. The wheel, wow, here in the future conditions, the future possible future energies that we have lined up for you, the wheel of fortune, that's beautiful. So with the wheel of fortune right there, Sagittarius, this is just saying that, yeah, other opportunities for things that you may have neglected or things that you are neglecting, you're going to have those opportunities to really make those things right again. Or you do have the opportunity right now during this time to really make things right again, or I won't say right again, but really like going back to a situation to now, you know, build it up the way that you've built yourself up. For some of you, to build up someone's self-esteem. For some of you, you may be a certain role model to them, and just acknowledging them just changes their world. And that's all that they need. For some of you, it was others. For some of you, you may be... For some of you, you may feel like, okay, I'm going to be real, Sagittarius. For some of you, you may feel like you have hit a plateau where just things can't get any better. However, with that being said, there are opportunities for you to be able to experience better. But it does start with you maybe having to go back to something that you put down before. Yeah, with the chariot under it. So the chariot definitely shows your best path, their best path here to follow in the underlying current here of the situation. For some of you in the past, I feel like, you may have not had a choice but to, really just go for yourself and go for what you know, and really put yourself and your self-esteem above all. Some of you just may not have had a choice based on how, the wheel of fortune played out for you in the past. It could have been reversed or whatever. The wheel is always turning. So, whatever happened to you for some of you in the past, it definitely forced you to have to maybe move on from a situation. But with, again, the wheel turning around, still ever turning, with the chariot, and with you already being at such high positions right now, already being toward the ends of cycles here, I feel like some of you have to go back to really either correct the situation or go back to really deal with something that you neglected in order for you to really able to, move into brand new energies by the time of your solar return, Sagittarius, or your birthday, however you want to say it. I like solar return. Okay. So the Queen of Pentacles is in your current environment. Yeah, honestly, I think of the Queen of Pentacles as like a graduated form of the Nine of Pentacles in a way. Because this Queen of Pentacles, she has so much abundance. So Sagittarius, you're definitely abundant. You're definitely, for some of you, you're definitely well off. And I mean, that won't be everybody. I know not everybody is rich, but even if you're not rich with finance, listen, you're rich with, the way that you care for others, the way that you, express yourself to others here. You just have that very rich and giving personality. You guys are really, I feel like a lot of you are really beginning to understand the value in being selfless now versus selfish. That's interesting as well. Not saying that selfishness is, a bad thing. Sometimes it's good to be selfish so that you can, build yourself up, and, sometimes you just have to block out everything else. But you've done that already. So now what's next? What's next now is to look within yourself here with the Queen of Pentacles and just understand what, you understand that you have value, but now you have to really take that value and understand how you can do the best things with it. And you're having the opportunity now to do the best things with it. So, yeah, I feel like a lot of you Sagittarius will have the opportunity to like give to somebody like that's in need, where maybe they're homeless, maybe they are like a family member, that felt like, you left them out in the cold, or felt like, they experienced some type of lack with you. You're going to have the opportunity to go back and, uh, really, for some of you, maybe even clear your conscience. And for some of you, you're just going to have the opportunity to really just go back and, do things differently than the way you didn't do it before. And that's what's going to help you move from like that plateau. The Empress. Wow. Wow, Sagittarius. So this is good energy here. It does come up in your hopes and fears. So I really feel like, Sagittarius, what you are hoping is, I do feel like for some of you, listen, Sagittarius, what I'm getting here for some of you is that there is a sense of loneliness, okay? I do feel like you fear being lonely because you have been at a plateau for so much. But with the Empress card being right here, I really feel like the way for you to not be lonely, for a way for you to feel like you are rich and that you do have plenty, whether it's, financial or friends or, personality or whatever, the way for you to feel more rich or enriched is by showing yourself more generous, with the Empress on top of the Queen of Pentacles, showing yourself more generous, showing yourself more open and receptive, showing yourself very nurturing. The Empress and the Queen of Pentacles together, to me, screams just wanting to nurture, wanting to love up and kiss up on, and, just give like, those motherly type kisses to someone who really needs it. I don't mean it that way, like in a sexual way. I mean it in like a endearing way. For some of you Sagittarius, there may be a mother figure of yours, or this may be a mother figure of yours that you're actually going back to really, like that you may have not seen in a while, and they just may be feeling a little bit out in the cold by that. Their mom misses their baby. So listen, Sagittarius, some of you, okay, select few of people, I know, but some of you, I'm getting like you may even be considering adoption. You may be considering adoption. You may be considering becoming a parent figure to be able to give abundance to somebody else who has experienced lack, because maybe you have experienced lack. For some of you, you may have been foster children or adoptive children yourself, and now it's your turn to be able to give back to those who needed you the way you needed someone. And now the Queen of Swords that pops up here in the outcome. So totally, as we move forward through the middle to maybe possibly the second half of November here, with the Queen of Swords popping out, this is definitely you. This is definitely you deciding what it is that you want to do, and making up your mind. But I feel like it's from a place of compassion. It is from a place of understanding, or from experience. It just kind of ties into how I was saying before. For some of you, you may be trying to give love or give some type of nourishment or nurturing to someone who needs it the way that you needed it. You could be giving back to the person who gave to you. Now they need it, so now you're repaying them back with that same nurturing, that same kind words, that same support. The Queen of Pentacles, the Empress, then the Queen of Swords is all supportive energy here, Sagittarius. I feel like you're definitely coming from a place of support as you move into your solar year. A lot of supportive energy popping up. This could indicate, you know, you hearing from people from out of the blue that you haven't heard from a long time, that, you know, they may be asking you for favors. They may be asking you for money. But, you know, you're in the position to give it to them. But I feel like for a lot of you Sagittarius, not only will you give them what they want, but you'll also probably give them what they need, what they probably didn't know that they needed, which is, you know, not only, you know, you're doing the favor for them, but you're also, like, you know, providing a certain amount of guidance for them as well, to be able for them to be able to, you know, get it for themselves the next time. Again, information that somebody gave to you as you needed it before. So that's pretty interesting energy, Sagittarius. Let's get some clarifying cards here. What else does Sagittarius need to know? Uh-oh. We've got the Hermit. Okay. What else does Sagittarius need to know, please? The Emperor. Okay. And what else? One more card. And Justice. Wow. Okay. So let me just get this out of the way right now, because it's going to bother me if I don't. Not to make this about me. It's definitely not about me. I'm just recognizing something here. I'm an Aries moon, and I'm a Libra with the Justice card. And then this reading is for Sagittarius. I'm a Sagittarius rising. So it's pretty funny, pretty interesting. And guess what? Oh, man. The Hermit card here. My, well, that's neither there. My Venus is in Virgo, that's the Virgo card. So I got a lot of aspects of my chart here in this. But this is not about me, Sagittarius. This is about all of us, right? So with the Hermit card being right there, I really, the Hermit card showing up next to the Queen of Swords, yeah, you guys definitely probably will take a while to really decide how you want to be of help. If you want to be of help to someone, if you feel like being a support system to someone is really what you want to do anyway, because ultimately you're comfortable, you're fine, right, Sagittarius? But, you know, that's the selfless or the selfish part of you talking. But, you know, I feel like a part of you do want to help, but you don't necessarily know exactly how yet. The Hermit will tell you how. What limitations you need to place on your help, and, you know, what parts of your help, you know, you can be a little bit more, you know, less that way with. The Emperor card popping up here, this is basically saying that, you know, for a lot of you, you know, you're going to be the one in control of it. I feel like for a lot of you, you're going to be the one that's actually going to be noticing who needs help around you. They might not necessarily be coming to you. They may be coming to you. And if they are, they may not be necessarily talking exactly how they feel about it, because they could be in hermit mode themselves. But I feel like Sagittarius, you will be recognizing that within themselves. It's just a part of the Empress in you. It's a part of that motherly nature in you to really recognize when somebody that you care about, or just somebody, is really going through something. The Justice card coming here at the bottom, this is definitely saying this is that karma coming back around with the Wheel of Fortune again, you know. I kept saying earlier in the reading that you're going to be going back to, like, correct the situation with the Justice card and the Karma card, the Libra card. yeah, you possibly could be going back to correct the situation, to clear your conscience in a certain way. But ultimately, I just feel like the Justice card pops up here because it's more talking about the opportunity is there for you to be able to go back and do it. Ultimately, you have the choice whether or not you want to go back and, correct the situation, or whether you want to go back and offer help to someone in a situation, right? However, this is just a tool to recognize here that Sagittarius, there is a type of karmic work here in play, cosmically, because you now have the opportunity to go back and be able to help those that have lack, nurture those that have lack, the way that they did you, or the way that someone did you. And with the Emperor card, you definitely have full control of how much you were willing to give, how much you want to hold back with the Hermit. Beautiful energy, Sagittarius. Yeah, that's definitely some good energy. So let's see what additional advice we can get for Sagittarius here. What additional advice can we... Okay, we got 2 cards that popped out that just flew out right now. Let me find them. So one was the Moon. Give me a second because it fell on the floor. And I know I saw it. Maybe I didn't. Maybe it was just one. Okay, well, maybe it was just one. Sorry, Sag, but you got the Moon card. So you got the Moon. You will be guided through the darkness. And that's all about that Hermit energy, definitely. For some of you, you may just really be reluctant to be able to offer that help because, you don't know really the outcome. You don't know if, this is, whether maybe you don't know how sincere, how honest this other person or these other parties are being with you as far as asking for help, or really needing that help if they are asking you for it. But with the Moon card being right here saying that you'll be guided through the darkness, I really just feel like it really just speaks to you in an intuition level where you'll be able to really understand and recognize the intentions of those that are really seeking your help. And I just still feel that nasty feeling of that another card that fell out. And I don't see it, but I guess it didn't happen. I just know I saw 2 cards fall. It would really suck if I found it later in another, later, and I couldn't share it with you guys. So bear with me with my rambling. I know I sound a little far away, but it's really because I'm looking for this card that I think fell. Okay, Sag, I give up. I give up. I don't think there was another one. Unless there were 2. Or I'm stepping on it. I don't know. Sagittarius, either way, this is still a really beautiful message. I'm going to go ahead and let you guys go. Let me know how this is playing out for you in your comment box, or in my comment box. If I do find that other card, I'll definitely update it in like a pinned comment so that you guys can see and how I feel like it interpretates into the reading if I find that extra card. But I don't think I dropped it. I think I just thought I dropped it. But anyways, Sagittarius, if you want to book a personal reading, email me, LuminantLibraTarot@gmail.com. We'll go ahead and get started and, get talking about how we can set up those personal readings for you, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and let you go. Enjoy the first half of your November. I'll see you guys in the second half of November. Take care.